Making a moveset used to be just putting 4 different attacking moves on a Pokemon with all different types, not paying attention to their status, effects, their physical or special, or anything else, and just calling it a day. But obviously there's much more to it than that. So today, I'm going to be talking about Gaming Master G's simple guide to creating movesets. Now the first thing we have to realize is that there are different types of Pokemon. I split them up into 3 categories, but it's probably not that. Keep in mind I'm not a competitive player, this is just my version of this. Anyways, in my opinion, there's 3 types of Pokemon. There's support Pokemon, like Gothitelle, with moves like Helping Hand and Trick Room. And there's setup sweepers like Gyarados with Dragon Dance and Strength, Waterfall, Crunch, stuff like that. And then there's just your standard Pokemon with some different types of moves that basically just help all throughout the battle. And we'll be talking about the latter. Now, a cool little rule I made up is called SCSP, which stands for Stab, standing for Same Type Attack Bonus, or Same Type Attack Boost, which gives a 50% boost to any move that's the same type as the Pokemon using it. And then there's Coverage for the C, which is just a move that covers any Pokemon's weaknesses, or another weakness on another member of the team. And then there's the other S, which is for Status, which can raise your stats, or lower the foes, or just do something to the playing field. And then there's P, which stands for Priority, which is any move that goes before others, regardless of speed, like Quick Attack or Extreme Speed. And that's all you need to know, and now I will show you it in action. So now I'm going to show you by creating a moveset for any Pokemon that shows up here. We'll just go with the first fully evolved one that you'd actually use in a combat. So let's see. Resume, that's a legendary. Let's go with something more like Arcanine Hisui. Okay. Yeah. Arcanine Hisuian form. Okay. So it's not letting me choose Arcanine Hisuian, but we'll just go with Arcanine. Some cool sprites here. But let's just find its moveset. Moves learned. Here we are. And we'll choose a generation. Yes, Scarlet Violet. Here is all of the movesets. Not movesets, but moves it can learn. These are all the TMs, and these are all of its level up moves. Now remember the rule I made, SCSP, Stab, Coverage, Status, and Priority. So, since Arcanine is one singular type, Fire, we want to find 2 different Fire-type moves that would have good effects. So if we look at its, good different effects, my bad. So, if we look at this, it has 110 attack and only 100 special attack. So we're going to train it to be a physical attacker, and there's 2 natures you can give it in this situation. Adamant nature to raise physical and lower special, but you could also give it a Jolly Mint, which would raise its speed and lower its special attack. And since the defense is defense, not really anything to do like defense raising, special attack lowering, because then that just leaves the other one available, and wouldn't boost anything important. Now, we're going to come down to its learn set, and we are going to find some good moves. Flare Blitz. That's always a good one, but even though it's 120 base power and 100 accuracy, it does have recoil. So, how about we find another one that has a second effect? Like, 5-type physical. Fire Fang. This is a good one because it can burn the foe and can make them flinch. It has 2 secondary effects. So let's go with Flare Blitz and Fire Fang. Now we want to find a coverage move. And since Arcanine's weak to water, rock, and ground, those are all weak to grass. But unfortunately, actually, he can learn a grass type move. He can learn Solar Beam. And since even though Arcanine can learn Extreme Speed, I've thought of something very good. Sunny Day. Sunny Day is a move that lasts for 5 turns, and it halves the power of Water-type moves while doubling the power of Fire-type moves. So, if we have a moveset of Flare Blitz, Fire Fang, Sunny Day, Solar Beam, that is a great moveset. Now, here's Extreme Speed. If you want to get rid of Fire Fang or Flare Blitz, then that's also a good one because it has +2 priority, but this moveset is also good since Arcanine can be trained to be pretty fast. It's already at 95 speed, which is pretty solid. And as you can see here, Water, Rock, Ground, those are all weak to Grass. And anyways, as I was trying to say earlier, Solar Beam usually takes 2 turns. The first one you absorb sunlight, and the second one you launch it off. But if you use Sunny Day, then Solar Beam launches instantly. So that would be great coverage because set up Sunny Day on the first turn against a Water, Rock, and Ground type to boost your Fire-type moves, and then you can just Solar Beam sweep. You can also make him Terrestrial Grass, which would help with that, or just Terrestrial Fire to boost the other ones. And that is how you make a moveset. Now let's do one more example. Here again, and let's see here. Crobat. Yeah, that's a good one. Crobat. Let's do that one. Crobat. Crobat's a great Pokemon. It evolves by friendship. Here we go. Okay. Poison Flying. This one is a dual type. So, we want to have holy speed. So we want to have one poison move and one flying move. Just to take advantage of both stabs. Now we can see it's a better physical attacker than special attacker, so we want to give it probably an adamant nature because it is insanely fast, but if you want to be even faster, again, Jolly Nature could work. And its defenses are even, so a nature with plus defense minus special attack wouldn't do too much. But, anyways, here is its learn set. As you can see, early on it's pretty bad. Leech Life has improved. We can take a look at that. But Brave Bird, that's a good one. Air Slash is special. So, let's take a look at all the moves it can learn. Aerial Ace, that's another good one. But, let's see. Flying Physical, Dual Wing Beat, that's not too good. Sky Attack, that's a little bit inaccurate. Let me check this out. Sky Attack. Okay. So it's a 2-turn attack. And I don't think there's any way to boost it. But anyways, this is going to be a good one, because I already know a great move it can learn. Where is it? Where are you? I know it can learn this move. Where is it? Huh. Well, guess it cannot in this generation. Oh, this is Legend ZA. Let's put it in just Generation 9. Well, it looks like it's not in Generation 9. What about Gen 8? Sorry guys, I didn't really plan a, here we go. And this is going to be a much better, much more widespread moveset. Moves learned by TR. Here we are. Cross Poison. 70 base power, 100% accurate, and has a 10% chance to poison, plus a high critical hit ratio. That's the one I was looking for. So that's a great first move because it takes advantage of its good physical attack, and it also has some good secondary effects. Now, the flying type one I saw earlier was Brave Bird. Is that here? Fly wouldn't be bad either. It doesn't look like we can learn Brave Bird here. So Fly would be a good one, since it's a semi-invulnerable move. Plus it has 90 base power. Semi-invulnerable moves do something on the first turn that make you not be able to attack, or be hit by an attack. Examples of these most common ones: Dig, Dive, Fly. Now there is a downside. Dig, if the foe uses Earthquake, you can be obliterated. And Dive, if the foe uses Surf, same case. But Fly, you're just susceptible to hazards, so you can't really be hit with fly. So let's go with that one. Now we want to look at coverage. So Crobat is weak to Rock, Electric, Psychic, and Ice. Now 2 of those are weak to Ground, but unfortunately it does not learn any Ground type moves. Hex would be good, but it is a special attacking move. Let's see here, it's weak to Ice. Ooh, Leech Life. That counters its Psychic type weakness, and it's just a good move in general. See, 80 base power, 100 accuracy, and recovers 40 base power move. Sorry, what I'm trying to say is, it recovers half the damage it deals. So, that's another good one. U-turn would be good, but Leech Life in this generation is great. Another one you could use is Giga Drain, which is a special move, but Leech Life, being a physical move, is much better. So, let's go with that. And since it can't really cover much else, how come I can learn Rain Dance and Sunny? That's weird. Anyways, we can also learn Payback and Assurance. But we'll go with Leech Life, since it's a recovery move as well. And anyways, now we want to see if we can find any status moves, or any priority moves. Let's see. Oh, there it is, Brave Bird. And we already put Fly, and I think that's good. Ooh, too bad. Wait, why don't they put Nasty Plot on a physical attack? That's just stupid. Well, whatever. Game Freak does what Game Freak does. But here are some other good ones. Ooh, Screech. Now this is a good one. While it may be slightly inaccurate, it does harshly lower defense. So if you have a really bulky foe, Screech could be good. And then there's also Toxic, but since Cross Poison does have a chance to poison, and Poison's kind of the least effective thing in competitive, we'll go with Screech. And yeah, that's another pretty good moveset. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and obviously this isn't just like competitive, like championship stuff like the clip you're seeing now, but obviously this is going to be great for your playthroughs, for any games like Pokerogue, which I've actually been playing recently, and, you know, just help overall with your Pokemon stuff. And if you want a more advanced video on this, honestly, you probably shouldn't come to me, but I hope this has helped you with your Pokemon journey, and yeah, see you next time. Make sure to subscribe.